Ultrakill may have just came out in early access, but it's definitely showing a lot of promise for a modern retro FPS. And it reminds me a lot of Doom Eternal in that aspect. That this is a high-speed, very momentum and movement-based shooter. And of course it's being published by New Blood, who did Dusk, A Medieval, and others. But our story is that we are a robot invading hell to collect blood as there are no more humans left to get it from. And standing in our way is going to be a lot of demons. And as you can see from the gameplay here, this is very much like an FPS meets Devil May Cry. We have our grading system on the right hand side. You're going to be doing a lot of moving, jumping, dashing, and so on in order to avoid enemy attacks. You have a punch that can be used to deflect projectiles if you time it properly, and each weapon has a different alt fire and purpose. Now, to heal in Ultrakill, you have to do damage to an enemy in close range, which means you're going to have to constantly be keeping on the move, getting close, get a hit in, and then get the heck out of there. The level design is definitely set up for this, and to the game's credit, this has some amazing levels. Each stage feels different in terms of what it's challenging the player to do, complete with obstacles, secrets. There's also bonus levels that are hidden in this game as well. And as you move around, you're going to have to make use of all this tech to have a chance. And you can see I'm trying to find any kind of secrets as I can in this stage. I am playing this on the violent difficulty, which is kind of hard mode. And this game does get hard. Advanced enemies like this guy here get a desperation or kind of devil trigger mode when they're about to die. Or you just kill them immediately before they get a chance to do it, as you saw there. And yet, this is a game that, again, this is all about kind of that push-forward design that we see from something like Doom Eternal. And I, for one, love it. And like I said, this is not a game for somebody who is not good at kind of the fast-paced design. But from what I've played so far, the early access build is essentially, I think, right now just Act 1 of the game. You're going to find a lot here to enjoy in Ultrakill. And I don't think I'm still not really showing this off in its full light. And I can imagine speedrunners just really getting into this game, especially with some of the bonus challenges and speed opportunities as well. Now, as you can see, as I'm switching weapons, you also get a bonus for keeping your weapon variety up. And again, this is a game that's as much about surviving as it is doing it in style. And this is just a very great example of this kind of push-forward design that, again, I think Doom kind of popularized on it. And I would say this game maybe goes a step beyond, just in terms of the amount of movement tech you need to be making use of. As you just saw there with even a ground stomp. But a big part about this game is just the challenge of combat, and I do have a few nitpicks that I want to go over, but first, let's have a quick break. And now for a quick shout out to our current Game Wisdom supporters and sponsors. Going forward, all Patreon supporters will get early access to our videos. And if you'd like to continue this discussion on game design, be sure to check out our Discord channel, link down below. If you're looking for more wisdom about game design, be sure to check out my latest offering of books, 20 Essential Games to Study, aimed for first-time developers and students looking for some inspiration for their upcoming games, and Game Design Deep Dive Platformers if you're interested in anything regarding 2D and 3D platforming design. They're both available in print, digital, and wherever books are being sold. The high-stakes play of Ultrakill definitely puts us a step above a lot of FPSs that I've had a chance to play. And in many ways, this feels more like an action game than it does an FPS, just like with Doom Eternal. And fighting Gabriel Virgil here, as you can see, is definitely proof of it. And I did end up beating this boss, but you're going to see a lot of deaths as I go over my thoughts here. And Ultrakill, even in this very early access version, is definitely one of my favorite games I've played this year. It is such a great take on this design, and it works by the fact that it really pushes this idea of throwing more action elements into an FPS. As you can see with me dodging and sliding for dear life around these sword attacks. If I had any complaints about this game from a gameplay perspective, is that I feel the game is a little button heavy. You're going to have to manage multiple weapons, alt fires, slides, dashes, parrying, and more to really stand a chance at this game. Now, of course, I'm playing this on violent difficulty, so everything is even faster and more dangerous. Now, what you just saw right there, I was attempting to do a parry, or the parry punch of his attack, and the parrying is a little funky, I guess, in terms of its timing. You have to punch, but I can't tell if you have to punch when your fist meets the attack, or when the attack is just in range, and then the punch automatically triggers the parry. And you can see me just crazily dodging around there. And like I said, if you are a fan of Doom Eternal and this more action-heavy design of a FPS, this is a game you definitely need to play. And even though I am about to get my butt kicked by this guy, and it took about 20 tries on Violent to do him in, it's just an exciting time all around. The Act 1 boss, V2, probably, if you want to fight that guy legitimately, is one of the most challenging, I think, battles in any FPS I play. It makes the Marauder from Doom Eternal look like a slowpoke. But with that said, Ultrakill is one of my favorite games I think I've played in a long time. And if you are, again, a fan of this kind of design, then you definitely owe it to yourself to check it out now. Even with the game in early access, it is still, I think, one of the best FPSs I've played. And I would like to thank the developers for giving me a press key to check it out. I'll be certainly playing more of this when the later acts are released. And again, as always, with this being in early access, what you see may not represent the current version of it. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you are new, be sure to check out our Discord channel and Patreon link down below. And if you are working on a game that you'd like me to take a look at here for an upcoming video or stream, please get in touch. Come back for daily discussions on game design here and on Game Wisdom, where we examine the art and science of games. Until next time, this has been Ultrakill. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed things, be sure to do all the liking and subscribing that the kids are doing these days. Check out our Discord channel link down below where we hang out and chat game design, and come back later tonight for our regular streamings. But that's it, and tune in for more great content here and on Game Wisdom, where we examine the art and science of games.